Morning everybody, hope you can see me. I've changed where I'm working today, so I'm hoping it's going to work. I'm assuming that you've already checked out the warm-up video and reminded yourself about Pilates principles. We're going to start off with my favourite warm-up though, which is called a monkey walk. So I'm going to move to the end of my mat, set myself up, feet hip width apart, lovely long legs, lovely long spine, shoulders down and back, neutral spine, and I'm ready to go. Take a breath in as I breathe out and make sure I engage my core by pulling in and pulling up. And on that same out breath, I tuck my chin and roll on down, one bone at a time. Try not to lock out your knees and try not to stick your ear end out. Bend your knees as much as you need to get your hands to the floor. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, walk on out to a high plank. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. If you want to drop your knees to the floor, that's absolutely fine. Make sure your neck is in line with your spine. So I'm now looking towards the end of the mat there. Take a breath in there, and as I breathe out, I'm going to lift my hips really high, and when I can't get them any higher, I'm going to take them backwards and try and squeeze my heels to the floor. Take a breath in, and as I breathe out, walk on in. Take a breath in there, breathe out, roll on up. We're going to do that one more time. Before you set off, make sure you're in a good position. Take a breath in and lengthen. Breathe out, check your core. Tuck your chin, roll on down. You can let your arms hang or they can slide down. Better if you can let them hang though. And breathing out. When I get to the floor, take a breath in. As I breathe out, I'll walk out to my high plank or drop knees to the floor. Check your shoulders are in your back pockets. Check your neck is long. Take a breath in there and hold, breathe out, lift your hips high and take your hips backwards and heels down to the floor. So from here we're going to move to hands and knees. So knees are going to come under your hips, hands under your shoulders. First thing you're going to do is make sure your shoulders are away from your ears. Make sure your neck is long, and again I'm looking around here. So let's just find neutral spine. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, make sure your core is engaged, arch your back like a cat, let your head drop, let your tailbone come under. Breathe in, take everything in the opposite direction. And then you're going to do that one more time. Breathe out. Breathe in. And then do that, but make it smaller. And hopefully you'll end up in neutral spine. So we're going to do an exercise called knee stretch, which is going to test our balance and work our spine. So take a breath in. As you breathe out, I'm going to break it down. As you breathe out, arch your back like a cat, like we just done. Breathe in, come back to neutral. This time, as you breathe out, bring knee and nose together, really arching your back. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, arch your back, bring knee and nose together. As you breathe in, take everything back to where it was. Try the other side. Breathe out. Breathe in. Make sure you're not transferring your weight, rocking side to side. Press your hands and the remaining knee into the floor. Here we go. One more the same each side, then we're going to add on. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. This time, extend your leg as you breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And then from there, work from there. Breathe out. Breathe in. One more that side. Breathe out. Breathe in. Okay, let's come back to the other side. We're just going to do two here. Breathe out. Breathe in. So lengthen your leg. Lengthen your neck. Make sure your neck comes back to the correct position. Breathe out. Breathe in. Okay, if you find that you can easily balance doing that, instead of just extending your leg, float it up to hip height. But if you start wobbling about, it's not for you. Take a breath in. Core engage lots more now. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out, come back to the start. Let's try the other side. Remember, you don't have to extend your leg off the floor. If you just want to do this action and come back to the start, that's absolutely fine. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And come back. Okay, that's something you might want to practice on your own. Right, we're going to go back to an exercise we did a few videos ago. We're going to start at the beginning but quickly move on. It's called STAR, and it emphasises the way we normally move, which is diagonally, opposite arm, opposite leg. So, legs are slightly wider than hips. If you want to externally rotate them, please do. Hands, arms slightly wider than shoulders. Your starting position is head off the floor, head and upper chest off the floor. So take a breath in. As you breathe out, engage your core. So I'm feeling my navel now drawing away from the floor and my pelvic floor pulling up. So there's my starting position, head and upper chest off the floor. If you really can't cope with that, then let your head lower. So on the out breath, you extend opposite arm, opposite leg. As you breathe in, you return. Opposite arm, opposite leg, out breath, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. One more each side. Breathe out. Breathe in. I've forgotten how many I've done, obviously. Let's do one more last one. Breathe out. Breathe in. Okay, so you can carry on with that. If you like to try all 4 limbs off the floor, next time you breathe out, you're going to lift and extend everything. So check your shoulders are down, your shoulder blades are down your back pockets. Upper chest and head off the floor. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, extend. We did this last time. Breathe in, return. So obviously that's a stronger movement than opposite arm, opposite leg. So if you don't want to do it, please carry on with your diagonal movements. Breathe out. Breathe in. One more. Breathe out. Breathe in. Okay, if you want to move on, we're going to put everything together. You start with 4 limbs off the floor and then diagonal movements. So this is moving into an exercise called swimming, one of Joe Pilates' 34 exercises he devised. Take a breath in to get ready. On your out breath, engage your core. Up we go. So from there, it's opposite arm, opposite leg, opposite arm, opposite leg. Whilst you're just practicing this, just breathe as and when you need to. I'm getting cramp in one of my feet as well, so I might have to go to the floor. Let's just do one more each side. Opposite arm, opposite leg, and then low to the floor. If you want to take a stretch, you might want to sit back on your heels. You might want to arch your back like a cat. Okay, so those are the basics. If you want to carry on doing the swimming, you might want to go faster. And if you go faster, what you're trying to do is breathe in for the first 5 and out for the second 5. If you can't breathe, move and count at the same time, just breathe when you need to. So here we go. We're going to do a set of 10. Take a breath in to get ready. Out breath, float on up. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think I'm perhaps doing more than 10, but this is giving you the idea. I'm trying to breathe in for 5 and out for 5. Take a breather whenever you like. If you want to go faster, that's fine, but you've got to stay stable. Breathe in and lower. Okay, so how was that? Okay, take a stretch. Nice stretch for your back. If you don't like your arms there, wrap them around your sides. So from there, we're going to move onto your side. And we're going to stay in a straight line for this one. But if you find it annoys your back, just hip hinge. So that's when you bring both legs slightly forward. So if you can't get this straight line, use the back edge of your mat as a guide. So your shoulders are going to be stacked. Your ears are going to be down your arm. Hips are going to be stacked. Ankles, knees and toes. Now I'm not very good on my side. I know some of you are great. So I'll do my best. So take a breath in and lengthen. On your out breath, engage your core. Squeeze your legs together and lift. So there shouldn't be a gap between the legs. And you're just lifting and holding and just breathing normally. So some of you I know can stay here a long time. So just breathing normally, really going for length, taking fingers and toes as far apart as you can. Okay, return to the floor. Now, as I said, I'm not very good on my side, but I know some of you can balance with your arm along your thigh. So I'll give it a go, but I'll probably roll over, but it's up to you what you do. So take a breath in and get long. On your out breath, engage your core. Try and create a little gap at your waist if possible. And on that out breath, squeeze those legs up, get your balance. Okay, make sure you're looking forward, your neck is still long, your shoulders still stacked. This is where I'm going to fall over. So there, I can feel myself wobbling already. So keep breathing normally. Whoa, I'm going to go. I think I'm going to put my hand down. But that hand shouldn't be hanging on to your mat or pressing hard into the floor. It's a light touch. So next time we work on our side, I'm going to use this, but I'm going to add on to it to make it slightly different. So when you're ready, lower to the floor. Okay, so now swing round the other side and set yourself up on the other side. So again, you're in a straight line. I'm struggling with my furniture here. Okay, shoulders stacked, hips stacked, ankles, knees and toes. And again, if it bothers you back on this side, hip hinge, bring your legs forward. So take a breath in and lengthen. As you breathe out, engage your core. Try to keep that little gap at your waist. And up you go. So squeezing your legs together. And breathe normally. Could you get a fraction longer? Is your hand lightly on the floor? Can you give me a smile? And low with control. So let's do one more. And if you want to get rid of your arm, your hand, please do. So take a breath in, get even longer still. Breathe out, float on up. Now I know if I get rid of this hand here, I'm going to go over. Or perhaps not. I am dithering though, my shoulder's dithering. I'm going to lower to the floor, but remember it's a light touch. Are you still looking forward? Is your neck still long? Have you dropped your chin down or lifted your head? You should be looking straight forward. And low with control. Okay, I'm going to switch my positions again and we're going to go onto our back now. So before we set off, I'd like to do a hamstring stretch because we're going to do a double leg stretch today. So I'm hoping I'm not going to crash into the furniture. So first, before you get into your set-up position, just take a hamstring stretch. One leg in the air, hold lightly behind calf or thigh and draw gently. Make sure your neck is long. Other leg can stay there or it can stretch, your choice. So every time you breathe out, draw that leg in a little bit closer. So you should feel a lovely stretch up here into your butt, maybe up into your hip. And then let's change sides. So again, the other leg can be bent or long. You'll probably find that you're a lot tighter on one leg than you are on the other. This is my tight side. So you probably, if you just run your hand down there, you can feel part of the muscle and how tight it is. Okay, let's go from there. If you want to stretch longer, please do. Right, so set up position. Feet hip width apart, knees hip width apart, pointing up. Shoulders away from ears, long neck, arms by side lightly. Neutral spine, so I've got that little curve in my low back. Let's just go through the extremes. You take your low back into the mat and then take it away. So we don't want it in either of those positions. Make it smaller. Make it a bit smaller still. And hold it there. Flat hand underneath. It should go under, but it shouldn't disappear. Okay, abdominal prep. Either here or in tabletop. We do this every class, so you should know how to do this. You can either work with arms by side or a head support, but remember if you use a head support, you don't pull your head up and you keep your elbows wide. So I'm going to do 4 and I'll do a version of each. So you're keeping your core engaged, you're keeping your neutral spine. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, roll on up. Arms opposite shoulders, palms down. I'm now looking towards my legs. Breathe in lower. Head support, breathe out. Breathe in. So those are your 2 versions in your setup position. Tabletop, breathe out. Breathe in. With a head support, breathe out. Breathe in. And lower. So we're going to go on to double leg stretch. And we're going to start off with the easy version. You can always keep with this version or you can add on. So double leg stretch is a strength exercise for core and lumbar spine. So the easy version is just a double leg slide, trying to retain neutral spine. So take a breath in. As you breathe out, make sure your core's engaged, you're in neutral. Breathe out, breathe in. Breathe out, breathe in. Much better if you've got socks on. Breathe out, breathe in. So that's the easy version. If you want to work there, that's absolutely fine. If you want to move to tabletop, I've got my core engaged, I'm in neutral spine. Several versions, lots of versions in fact. On your out breath, easiest version, vertical. In breath, back to an accurate tabletop, don't let your heels drop down. Breathe out, breathe in. You might want to go a bit further. Breathe out, breathe in. You might want to go further still. Breathe out, breathe in. But remember, the lower you go, the harder it is to retain neutral spine. So I'm going to do 3 more of my favourite leg version. Breathe out, breathe in. You choose your own. Breathe out. So you might be sliding your legs, you might be taking your legs higher, you might be taking them low. Breathe out, breathe in, lower your legs. So working in your setup position, we're going to add the arm circles. So arms are by side, but this time you're going to turn your thumbs up. I hope I've got enough room. On your out breath this time, without disturbing your spine, blow your arms to your ears. Breathe in, circle round the side, back to the start. Breathe out. Breathe in. If you get mixed up with the breathing, don't worry too much. But if you think maybe, blow your arms away on an out breath and suck them back into the start on an in breath. Do 1 more. Breathe out. Breathe in. Okay, so we've got the legs, we've got the arms. Now double leg stretch, you've got to do them both together. So let's have a go. I'm going to work, well I'll show you all the versions. Let's start off with the easiest version first. We're going to do the double leg slide with the arms. Are you ready? Take a breath in. Out breath, check core, lumbar spine. Breathe out. Breathe in. So that's version 1. Let me just reorganise my mat. Version 2. Vertical legs. Breathe out. Breathe in. You might like that one. You might like this one. Breathe out. Breathe in. You might like this one. Breathe out. Breathe in. So you've got lots of versions to go through. So I'm going to do 3 full ones of my favourite version, and then I'm going to add on for anybody who wants to go further. So here we go. I'm in neutral. I've got my core engaged. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Remember, you're trying to stay in neutral spine, and you're trying to coordinate this movement. Breathing out. Breathing in. And then low with control. Okay, question time. How could I make that more advanced without taking my legs lower? And of course, it's working with head off the floor. So if you wanted to do that, your starting position would be in tabletop and then halfway through your abdominal prep. There. If you do your abdominal prep with a head support, you might want to do just double stretch legs, like so. Breathe out, breathe in. If you wanted to try the full one, breathe out, breathe in. Breathe out, breathe in. If you don't want to work with your head off the floor, don't worry. Can we do 3 more, any version? Take a breath in to get ready. Out breath, off we go. In breath, out breath. In breath, out breath. In breath, and low to the floor. Okay, we're going to do a rotation exercise now, and again you can work with feet on the floor or with feet off the floor. I don't think I'm going to have enough room to do it properly, but I'll do my best. So starting version, feet together, neutral spine, but you're going to have your arms in a T shape. Now you're going to try and keep your shoulders down all the time. If you struggle with this, keep your palms down, but if you know you're okay with this, have your palms up. It allows your shoulders to relax more. So, easiest version, and you're not working with the weight of your knees, you're working from here. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, rotate to the side. Don't move any of the part of your body. You don't go to the floor. You take a breath in. You breathe out, come through centre and go all the way to the other side. So your feet and knees stay together, your shoulders stay down. Breathe in and hold. Breathe out, right the way to the other side. Breathe in and hold. Breathe out to the other side. Breathe in and hold. This time, breathe out, just come to centre. Next version. It's much easier to cheat with this one because the legs feel heavier. Breathe out. Hard as you keep your shoulders down, press your back palm in. Breathe in and hold. Breathe out. Breathe in and hold. Breathe out to the side. Breathe in and hold. Breathe out. Breathe in and hold. Breathe out to centre. If you want to challenge yourself even further, just take your legs a little bit longer, making it more difficult to control. Breathe out. Shoulder down. Breathe in and hold. Breathe out. Other side. Breathe in and hold. Breathe out. Other side. Now, obviously, this exercise, your supine hip roll, you are not going to stay in neutral. The only time you'll be anywhere near neutral is when you pass through centre there. Okay, are you squeezing your legs together? Are you breathing? Are you working from here rather than just throwing your legs around? One more each side. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come back to centre and low to the floor. Okay, right, so, tuck in. You ready to come up to sitting? Balanced position, hopefully. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, roll on up. Okay, sitting tall. Get rid of your arms if you can. I can't lengthen my legs because I've got a piece of furniture here. So from here, just check your shoulders are down and back, your neck is long. Maybe you want to reach forward. If you need to take your feet to the floor, that's fine. If you've got them on the floor already, that's fine also. Okay, low to the floor. Bring your knees to one side. Come back to hands and knees. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Shoulder blades back pockets. Are you in neutral spine? Have you got your weight evenly balanced? So if you've done all those things, take a breath in. As you breathe out, tuck your toes. Lift your hips high. Then take your weight backwards, press your heels to the floor. And when you're ready, you're either, hope you can see me, you're either going to walk your hands to your feet to your hands, or if you're feeling very brave, you lift your heels, bend your knees, look forwards and jump your feet to your hands. And once you've got hands and feet close together, you take a breath in, breathe out and roll on up. So check your shoulders are down and back, check you're in neutral spine. And that's it for today. Thank you very much. See you soon, hopefully. Bye.